Hey ladies and gents, how's it going y'all? Spark Mark 23 in the house here, coming to you live from the man cave. How's it going y'all? Today I'm going to be reviewing a certain piece. Now, this piece and the module number here would be very familiar to you. What is it? What is it, y'all? What is it? And I'm going to use a line from a G-Shock collector and YouTuber. Mike835, you wouldn't mind if I use this line. Pop the top. Shoutouts to Mike835, y'all. Shoutouts to that dude. Shoutouts to you, man. Shoutouts to Mike835. Now, this piece is going to be familiar to you fans and people out there, or unfamiliar to you young bucks and young dudes and dudettes out there. And it's the G-001-1ADR. Look at this. And this piece came out in November of 2010, but before I show you that, this piece looks very, very familiar to you. Now, why it looks familiar to you? The original Jason was known as the DW-001, released in November of 1994. Now, that year we had a lot of big pieces coming out that year. We've had the DW-6600, which gave us the electroluminescent backlight, and a lot of G-Shocks have been getting electroluminescent backlight. But then, to a certain time, we got this, but that had thermal data in it. Look at it very carefully. And we had only these 5 color waves. Nowadays, these pieces are very rare to come by, even for collectors out there. And also, the original Jason was a concept prototype that was sitting in the head offices at Casio one day, and a Japanese pop idol music star saw the watch, fell in love with it, negotiated to Casio to mass produce these and release them. So they did. And then in November of 1994, we got these. We got the Jasons. And we had more that it looks very familiar because of the body and the shape. Well, not the bezel, but the sort of like the body of the what they look like. Those are known as tough knicksacks, capsule models. Tough knicksacks, if you will. And we've been getting plenty. Even in 95, we got plenty of those. But then some years later, in the late 2000s of 2008 or 7, or the mid 2000s, like 05 or 06, they discontinued the Jasons. Bummer out whoever didn't get a chance. I know these were like technically way below. I didn't know much about these. Until 2010, rapper Kanye West, y'all, Kanye West, negotiate to Casio to reissue the Jasons. Now you know, here you go. Now the first one here is going to be familiar to your fans out there and people that this was one of the colorways of the original Jasons. Then you got the Hypercolor with the green display. That one's positive, this one's a green display. Black and pink, red display. All black, negative display, but purple characters in it. Pause it very carefully. Then you have an all blue out version. All of it, light blue, dark blue. The display is so blue in it. Then you have a negative display, but with gray bezel and then black straps. Look at it very carefully, y'all. And then a year later, we had 2 more Jasons coming out. One on the left is a kind of like a bluish purple display. Yellow bezel with green in it. And you have a green bezel with black in it, but the lettering is blue. And the display itself is blue. Crazy piece, huh? Don't you say? Or don't you think? And you have one of the unfamiliar colors from that line of the original Jasons from many years ago. Then you have this one, they call it the Jason, the slasher Jason, because it represents him in a way. Then the following year, in 2012, we got the Rastafarian Mon. The Rastafarian Mon. More Rastafarians, but here it is. But the Rastafarian Jason is pretty rare, y'all. Pretty rare, I mean. Then in the spring or the summer, we had the Breezy Blue. Good combination, though. Thumbs up for that. And we have 3 more Jasons here coming around the holidays. Ooh, look at that. Look at that crazy colorways. Black and gold. Here is they call this the eggnog. Mike 835 also got his paws on this piece. I mean, look at it. It's eggnog. Eggnog, like the kind you drink during the holidays, of course. Very yellow like gold, but very gray piece. And this one is the Christmas Jason, because look at it. Red, gold, white, and green. This represents Christmas, so Feliz Navidad, y'all. Then we didn't get any more Jasons until 2015. We got this. Now this piece looks familiar to you all. And I just reviewed that one. Of course, representing the birthday for stuntman actor Ted White, who played Jason number 4. And he just turned 93 years old. And that's one of the oldest Jasons out there. And anyway, a fellow YouTuber and fellow GShock collector, another fellow GShock collector named GShock Warrior 3-1-1-1. I'll post a link to his video. Check it out. And if you want to get yourself an autograph from Ted White, go to his site like you saw last month on that video. I'll provide you for that video again, or I'll just provide you the link for that piece. I'll provide you for this one. He'll tell you more. And for the record, you don't need to have a secret of a secret, nothing of a sort. But GShock World 3-1s will tell you. He did that piece like 9 years ago. Or was it? No, I believe like 8 years ago. And certain pieces you can, to any GShock collectors, watch collectors out there, you need to have a favorite piece. You gotta have a favorite, of course. As you can tell right now, I'm more into the more rugged abuse. Rather, I'm wearing the Mudmaster, or this one that we got last year. But I'll review this piece in the next video. But a fellow YouTuber and G-Shock collector named GShock Highfashion, also known as GShock, check his video out. So I'll provide you the link for one of his videos. He's gonna tell you very more in depth about this range, second generation Rangeman. I'm telling you, this is second generation. First generation we had 6 years ago, celebrating the 30th anniversary, and we got our first triple center G-Shock. It's a spin-off to the Pro Trek line that we had many years ago. So you want to throw in something in your collection. Get yourself a basic 6900s. For the record, these are the solar atomic ones. Here are the crazy color waves. So yeah, throw in a 6900. Also, you need a Mudman in your collection. For the record, these are the purple display ones, solar atomic and not solar atomic. No, this is pronounced third generation Mudman, but I'll review that piece in the next one. So yeah, you need to have yourself a Mudman, basic 6900s. Doesn't matter which is which. And say you want to wear something flashy, wear an MRG or an MTG. Want to do something rugged, you want to do something crazy or insane, wear a Mudman. Or manage to get your hands on a certain of a G-Shock, which we got many, like, whew. Here you go. This is pronounced the GXW56, but this is known as the King G-Shock, the King Square. And there are a few versions out there in colorways, and man, oh man, I'll review this one in the future videos. But I mean, really, who doesn't love this piece? But this one is pronounced the creme de la creme, as Make835 mentioned in his video. I mean, that during that point, it was the end of the of the GX models, which they discontinued. Prices are going wee high, man. Really, yo. But we've been getting more, and we got the GX back, but it was all negative display, of course, all negative. And here's the Mudmaster, but this is part of the Maharishi edition collabo. Of course, here you go. This is part of the BB series, all blackouts. And here you go. We got it. We got the King G back. Amazing. Amazing. Also, in 2012, we had a collaboration with Stevie Williams, part of the DGK. DGK stands for Dirty Ghetto Kids. Great piece. Even though that is very rare to track down. Very rare indeed. Even the Men in Purple series, very difficult to get your hands on. Also, you got more 6900s. Also, word of advice: throw yourself a 6900 in your collection, along with the Mudman collection. That one is known as the 5-Eye Monster, but this is part of the Black Blue series line. So yeah, throw in yourself a Mudman, throw in yourself a 6900. You gotta have a favorite piece in your collection you can wear basic, even for everyday use, or wear something fashionable. Alright? And for the record, diamond crusted G-Shocks, let's see, if it's the how you call it, the street name for that, the tough culture models, it's pretty good. No lie there. Alright? But if you put it on other G-Shocks, it's gonna look crappy. Leave the other tech watches alone. Of course, if it's gonna be tough culture, treat it with respect. Put it as a tough culture as you can get. So anyway, it's a great time going through memory lane, even with the Jasons, of course. And Kane Hodder is going to be coming to Spooky Empire next month. Of course, he played Jason number 4. Jason number 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that was my first time attending the horror convention and meeting my favorite slasher villain, Kane Hodder, ladies and gentlemen. And believe it or not, he's going to be coming again to Florida SuperCon. Holy shoot. Which I'm very mind-blowing to meet him. And also Charles Matt. I'm going to meet him again. And this was my first autograph that I got from him, that I met him in 2015, thanks to a homie of mine from 6th grade. And we met years later, and he told me about this convention that being held in Miami Beach called Florida SuperCon, which of course I didn't know anything about it, and Miami Beach Convention Center, never been to it. So I went, and there were some good celebrities there. Even though I didn't have enough money, I only met Charles Matt, the Mario Brothers. Yahoo! Man, that never got old. So I'm going to be taking a copy of this to get signed by him. Right in the middle. And it's a great piece with this watch, so I'm just going to be wearing my Masters of G. Anyway, this is Sparky Marky Mark. Rock on with a G-Shock on. It's Sparky. Peace!